So, hello everybody. This is instead of the live meeting. I'm very pleased to see you all. This is it. This is just it. And there was a question under my videos about what is it. It is just what is happening. So it's a strange word because it becomes, when you say it, this is it becomes something special, like, oh, what is it? And how can I see it? Or I don't know what it is. It's just maybe the waving of your hand or speaking. It's just very literally what is happening, and very tiny. It can be very tiny, just a feeling or a movement or walking or the floor. It's what is sensed by the five senses, you could say that too, by hearing or feeling, seeing. And it's very simple, and that's it. And what on top of it, everything is apparent. It's an apparent happening. So nothing is real. And that's very difficult part for most people, because most people think, oh, when I don't see that, it's not yet happened, or maybe there's still a me, or maybe it's not complete already. When there's talking about apparent, it has nothing to do with it, that you have to see that. It doesn't matter. When they're seeing everything is solid, then that's what is. That's what is it. So it doesn't matter if you believe something, if you see it the same as I do, it doesn't matter at all, because when there's talking about there's no me, and there's just saying it's just empty. There's no one looking, there's no one doing something, so it can't be wrong. And that's the most amazing, loving part of this message, because nothing is wrong. It can't be wrong. It's just life. Life is everything. Life is everything. So everything that's apparently happening, and if you see it differently, it doesn't matter, then that's what's happening. So it has nothing to do with you didn't see it yet, I didn't find it, I didn't feel it, or things like that. It's the way that what is happening is it. So it's already complete, like it is. It's the way you see it. It's how you look. It's the floor. It's just everything. That's unconditional love. Unconditional love is that it's everything. There's no to-do list. There's nothing that you need to do or need to understand or see, or it's not complete yet because you see it differently. It's everything. It's everything. And that's for when there's somebody, there seems to be somebody, there's always in some way maybe a missing, but there's also some way there's something wrong. There's something not right yet. It can't be it, because I don't feel it's complete. So there seems always something not yet there or wrong. And me, how I see it is, me is the top of that feeling, like there's nothing wrong. There's me, no, the me is on top of it, there's something wrong. Me is, there's something wrong. And it seems like a paradox, because when there's something wrong, you think, oh, there has to be happening something, maybe there's still a me, maybe there's something has to go, or I have to let go, or maybe I don't see it, or maybe there's some understanding missing, or something has to be. That's the me who's so convincing, and not even in the head, but it's so embodied that there's something wrong, that it continuously goes on, and it's looking for the truth or something that's missing. There's nothing missing. That's the misunderstanding. And it's not that you can understand this message. This message has nothing to do with understanding. When there's no understanding, it doesn't matter. Because when there's no understanding, there's maybe just walking, then that's it. So it's everything. It's already everything. And there's no exclusion, or there's not only you that you don't see it or anything like that. It's it's in that sense, you could say it's for everybody, but there isn't everybody. And that's also the good news, in the sense that there is already no me. There's no me going on. It's just a dream, an illusion that there's something leading you to something. Maybe there's thoughts happening, then they're just thoughts. They don't have any power or meaning. And when there's an abstract thinking, like the brain can do that with humans, there seems to be a lot of things going on, and talking about things, or a lot of thoughts going on about things. It's just the abstract mind. It's the mind, or the brains are capable of abstract thinking, but it has no meaning. And abstract thinking and meaning are very much together. Nothing has any meaning. That's huge. It seems so much that some things are important, there's something wrong, some things are right. You have to do the right thing, or what is the right thing? It's always about that. There's no right thing. That what is happening, what is done, is already the right thing. It's just what is happening. It's not really the right thing. It's just what is happening. There's nothing right or wrong. It's very neutral. And in that sense, it's also very simple. This is not Rose who's telling the truth or something. It's just describing what's going on. That's it. No belief, no truth. It's just describing what's going on, what's happening, what is seen. So when there are questions, or maybe you want to say something, please do. And we will have chat over about anything what you want. You can unmute yourself if you want to say something. Yeah, you can say. Go on.
Hello, Rose.
Hello.
Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Okay.
There's an aliveness here, Rose. Undeniable.
So sorry, there's
An aliveness. Aliveness.
alive. There is alive. That's it. Yeah, there's alive.
Or to give it a name, some presence. There's presence here. There's something here going on. But it seems that aliveness has been, something's happening. It's like it's been personalized. Yeah. And no matter how much the person is looked for, it's not found. And yet the illusion continues.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's very convincing. Yeah.
It's like what? It's like a setup of smoke and mirrors, and just how can something?
Yeah, but you can know this, you can understand it in some way, and then in some moments, because then that's more threatening or more important seems to be, then suddenly it becomes very real then. So something energetic also, beliefs.
So you don't suggest any sort of inquiry, do you?
No, because there's no one already. So questions can come up.
Okay.
That's it. There's not needing anything. That's the joy. There's no need for anything, because that what's going on is already it. So there's no need for questioning. Hooray! That's the joy. That's already everything. Then when there's maybe questions coming, that's it. So what? Nothing is wrong. It's already complete. This is paradise. This is paradise already. then me thinks, or the people think, yeah, but that's not what I want, or that's not the way I see it, or it's not like blah, 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 blah. No, it's everything. It's unconditional love. It's not what I want. No, it has nothing to do with a person. No, of course. It's already everything.
Thank you, Rose.
Thanks.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
You see me, or?
Yeah, I can see you, Dario.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, what you described very much resonated here. That there's from the me side, there's a waiting for like it to arrive.
Yeah.
Something is not there that is supposed to be there. It's like, be it a person or a job or whatever. It's always waiting for something to arrive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that very much described the essence of what me is.
Or it's waiting, or it's resistance, like I don't want to do it, or I don't like this, or things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, always.
A lot of things about me. Yeah. Yeah.
And changing, so much changing still.
Yeah. Everything is changing.
Yeah.
It's just life going on. That's it. But when there's someone, it seems to be someone, there feels like there's something missing. It doesn't feel like, this is everything. So it's looking for, we don't know. But because when there's someone, everything seems so real. Everything seems solid and real. So we're looking in the story of things, or what's going on, or people, or things. And it's never found, because it's not something. It's everything. And that's such a dilemma. Everything. What is everything? Then everything becomes it. I want to be everything. No. You don't have to be everything, because it's already everything. For no one. It's empty. There's no one inside. That's a misunderstanding.
And this doesn't need anyone to be as it is.
No, of course not. Because that's what's happening. It's life happening in a certain body or events. That's it. And then me thinks, it doesn't feel good. So that's a huge one. It doesn't feel good. It's not yet what I thought it would. No, and it's going on like that all the time. Because it can't be this, just what's going on. That's so, I remember that was such a thing, like, it can't be this. So what is it? No, it's this. But that's, you cannot do that. Because that's searching and that wanting something, that's more, it's embodied. It's such a strong thing going on.
And when this seeking stops, that's described as a death, or some people describe it.
Mm-hmm. And it's not in the same time.
Yeah.
In the same time, there's nothing happening, because it's that it can be a moment, or there can be a moment, and then next there's just what's happening. So it was already that, of course, because this message is so simple. It's just what is happening. I had somebody who said to me, yeah, duh, thank you very much. That I already knew. What a waste of time. Yeah, because it's too simple. Yeah, of course. You want a good feeling of to feel joy or freedom, or maybe something like that. So.
Thank you, Rose.
And you can't do stopping searching. You can't do that. And me, it's always like, what can I do? Not do something. And it's not about doing. And that's also, yeah.
Yeah, the me, it's existing is the search. Like.
Yeah, sure. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Rose.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Yesterday I had an appointment at the school for a new job. And it looks like they are always asking, what do you can improve about yourself?
That's the question. Yeah,
yes,
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. And it's not serious. Nothing is really serious. Maybe there's coming an answer. Here, there's coming answers when somebody's saying something. They're just answers for no reason. And maybe there's just lying. Why not? That can be anything. It doesn't matter. When there's some answer, then that's the answer. Or there's no answer, you don't know.
Yeah, I gave an answer,
I don't
but
know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. This is not about telling the truth. No, of course not. There's no truth. There's what's happening. Then there's coming an answer. So that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rose?
Yeah.
You just said the truth, like there's always the idea I want to be more authentic or to be truthful, but that is also just
that's also a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dream of being more yourself or things like that.
Yeah.
It's just that answer is it. There's always something not right yet. That's how me looks at everything. And that seems so convincing because there's somewhere, and that's also when there's separation, there's something, a feeling like there's gone something wrong. And a lot of times it's like, oh, there's something wrong with me or with other person, but there's something wrong with me. So that's when there's something like improving or saying, it's not that authentic, you're not yourself yet, or things like that. It fits with that feeling. So that's why it's so hypnotic, because that's so deeply embodied, that feeling there's something wrong, there's not enough, or it's not okay, or things like that. It's a misunderstanding. But it's so embodied. There's so many books about I'm okay, you're okay. Everybody is thinking about that, trying to believe that it's okay. But when there's something so deeply embodied, this is not about saying it to yourself. That's just a concept. And sometimes this is heard. Suddenly there's nothing wrong. Suddenly that can be a moment or not, I don't know. But suddenly like, oh, of course. And then it's gone maybe or not. Because when this was heard, it was so obvious. It was like, how could I not see this? And in the same time, it was also a bit sad because I was all my life I was constantly searching for the right way or improving myself and things like that. It's amazing how strong that is. Yeah. But that's how it's not wrong. That's that trying to improve when that's happening, that's that energy. Then that is it too.
In form of that energy.
Yeah. It's not it doesn't mean it has to stop because it's already it. So you don't have to do that anymore. No, that's also a misunderstanding. It's already that what's going on. If there's a search, then there are those thoughts, maybe. There are thoughts going on, happening. That's just what's happening. And giving meaning to them or thinking it's important, then that's what's happening. Yeah. You can't understand it. That this is not about understanding. And most teachings or things what's going on, it's about to understand or to try or to think. And this is underneath the words. In these meetings, there's going on something else. There's no answers to questions. There's nothing wrong. And it's not only said there's nothing wrong, it's just nothing wrong. And that's, sometimes it can be very threatening or a relief or anything can happen.
Yeah, I sense that very strongly. Just this communication has a particular way, which doesn't play into the energy of the person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And when it comes in, you could in the story you could say that when it can destroy some beliefs or things like that, and it doesn't need to happen in one way. When sometimes it's happening in there's some beliefs. It was just gone. So it can, in that sense, there are two ways to talk about it. It's in the story, and then it seems like a development. It's not a development because there's only this, and there's no before and after. To explain things, then there can be talking in the story and saying like, there's something. It can be it's not a development, but it's not always in one moment and then it's finished. It can be gradually. How do you say that? Things like that. But in the same times, it's already this. So can be sometimes confusing because you think, it's still a development. Maybe I'm on the right way. And then it said, no, there's no development. So that's the confusion also. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. There's nothing to reach. There's no point in being at these meetings. You won't get anything. It will not be much clear. Maybe it's clearer, but doesn't help. Nothing is helping. There's no help here. It's already what's happening. So it's complete. It looks like a Christmas tree behind you. Do you celebrate Christmas? Yeah, there's a small Christmas tree, yeah. But there's still not something in it. It will be, maybe it will be there. Maybe. I just forget it all the time. I don't know yet if they're celebrating Christmas. Maybe.
Hi, Rose.
Hello, William.
You know when you just said there's no point being at these meetings because we're not going to get anything? Obviously, I still think something to get, and it has to be this message that has it for me because nothing else does.
Yeah.
When you were going to meetings with Tony, you must have thought there was something to get from listening to that.
Sure. Yeah, it was the same, sure. It was the same for me, that I was thinking like, I want that, what he has. I was thinking that. Yeah. And at the same time, when he was talking, there was always a feeling like he doesn't give anything. And in a way, I really like that. And I didn't understand. Yeah.
I know what you mean about the not giving anything. There's nothing, there is clearly nothing on offer, but because there's such a resonance with what's the energetic part of this message, it feels like there is something available if I can approach it in the right way. I don't know. Yeah. Or there's got to be hopefully some transmission going on or something.
Mm-hmm. But that's me. It's always thinking there's something going on. Me is always thinking there's something wrong, that it's not yet there or things like that. So there's a subtle search, can be very subtle for it. Me is looking for something to happen that it will not be there. It's a paradox, but it can be so subtle and convincing. Yeah. The searching, is it? It's like, what is searching? That's an abstract word. When there can be thoughts, then that's it.
It's impossible to think that you went to all those meetings with Tony for all those years and you got nothing from it. Was that recognized in the end? You apparently fell away, that there was just nothing ever gotten from it.
No, it's not. It was not thinking about Tony. It was just very clear that what is happening, that's it. And it was always like that. It's so literally, and it's suddenly seen like, oh, but it is literally. It's just what's happening. That's it. Nothing else. Very, very simple. What the abstract mind or that searching or that energy from searching can be so subtle and so convincing and normal. It's a dream.
I remember one of the times when we were talking in the past and you were saying there could still be an energy arising to be very competitive. Like if you're playing, I think it was tennis, you said you were playing with your friends. And you said, maybe it was something else. I think if you're playing sports,
no, it doesn't matter. There
could be an energy to be very competitive, but there's no one trying to force life to go a particular way, even when there's trying to win at something.
No, there's trying to win, but there's how can you force that? It's very obvious, and that there's no one doing it, but it's not thinking in that all the time. It's just like it can be a very physical or in a game or things like that. But yeah,
I think it just feels for me like, for me, it's constantly trying to force life to go its way, because its whole life and its whole fulfillment depends on things going exactly the way they need to.
Yeah. But yeah, that's when there's someone, it seems like it's very important that things like events or things like need to go in a certain way. But there's no one doing it. There's no one. There's no one who can decide. There's no free will. And thoughts, there can be thoughts like, I want that, I want that. There can be thought like that, but it's not, no, there's no, we think thoughts are very powerful. It's just thoughts. It's just an energy there. It's going like words coming. That's it. No power.
Okay, thanks, Rose.
Yeah.
You said the searching, that is it. But
Is it? Yeah.
Yes, and at the same time, there is nothing to find.
Yeah.
It's just what is happening.
It seems like searching. Searching is already an abstract word. It's a little bit of story. Searching can be thoughts maybe happening. It can be thoughts, can be feelings, but that's already it. There's no story.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be a story in the apparent in the dream. In the story, there can be a story. Seems like everything is happening, and we connect it, and we think, oh, this is happening after that, and it has to do with this and things like that. There seems to be a story. I am searching. There is no, in that sense, there is no searching. There's just what's happening. So there's sorting, or I don't know, feelings.
Yeah.
The floor, events, for no reason. And we are so convinced that there's a reason for things that they happen, or they happen to you, and then it has to do with, or what can I do with that? Or because there's such a strong feeling or belief, of embodied belief, there's someone here, everything is happening to you. That's the most strong belief, feeling. And then when that's there, it becomes very important what's going on. Because then there's a strong feeling you want to feel good in some way. Or free, or something like that. There's no one. It's just empty. There seems to be body. There's a front, what we see. That's everything. That's there. Mm-hmm. Apparently also. Yeah. So it's not happening to somebody, but it's you can hear that. Sometimes you can hear that, but it can be very embodied feeling, so, or a belief, or not. Maybe some moment it's suddenly like, oh, there's something about it. But it destroys the whole identity, the whole dream of I'm living my life and I'm doing my best. I'm doing maybe there's something going better, or and all that can be so strong and convincing and important. That's what is lost. Nothing is left.
Yeah, in a kind of way, yeah. So I didn't get a job, and I know it has nothing to do with me, but there are also some thoughts. We don't. The man told, the director told, so from, yeah, you don't have a linear career. Yeah, and then I'm thinking, yeah, life isn't linear. So yeah,
Yeah, anything can happen, and there's no reason for it. But it seems like it's because of some things, or I did something wrong, or he did something strange, or things like that. It's just what's happening. So it's just sitting. That's everything. There's no director. There's just this. There's sitting there, feeling something, or looking at the wall, seeing a wall. That's everything. That's it. There's only it. There's no past. There's nothing happening before or after. There's just this. And we are so into there's a life, and I have a past, and how can I look for a good future, that I have enough money or anything. And that's so convincing. But that's such a dream. It's just an abstract thinking about what life is. And there's just this. There's just looking at the computer. That's everything. And it's unknowing also. There's no knowing about what's going on, what will be yesterday or tomorrow. I don't know, really. This just is. That's everything. And what will happen, I don't know. It can be anything. It can be anything. And it's not about feeling good or about Rose. It's about life happening. There's no Rose who it's happening to. It's just happening some way, apparently also. Nothing is real.
Yeah. Thanks.
There's this very strong belief here that it needs me to work out, and to like that there for money and all that, there needs to be a me to control that.
Yeah. That's what most people think. Yeah. Without me, we can survive. Sorry?
That is the illusion, that it needs me for that.
Yeah. Without me, I cannot survive. Something. There's no control. Then, everything is going wrong. Yeah, that's the dream. There seems to be control. Me is the control. I like feeling like when I don't do that, it goes wrong, or things like that. That's the control, feeling like we're in control of our life or what's going on. There is already no control. No. And nothing is needed. It seems like everything is happening, or there's something happening, and on top of that, there's me thinking, it happened to me. But that's the dream. That what's happening was just happening, and then on top of it, but it happened to me, and what did I do? And then the whole dream goes on. It's just on top of it. In the story, you could say that it's on top, and it has no relevance at all. There's just what's happening and things going and life for no reason. Not seeing that there's someone. Life doesn't see there's someone I have to take care of. It's just life, like nature, killing an antelope. It's just nature, life.
Some people also say that without the apparent me, you say there's no me already.
Yeah.
It appears to run even smoother.
I can't say that. Okay. No, that seems like, no. I don't know if it's smoother. It's more direct. It's direct. Well, smooth or no. I don't know. No.
And there's
Maybe
no
from
separation.
the point of view.
There's no
Sorry?
separation, no? There's no separation.
No. No. That's a misunderstanding, but it's so embodied. You can hear it maybe in some certain way, but when there's just a concept, then there's maybe some going around like, oh no, but there is no separation, things like that. But when there's no separation, there's nothing going on about saying that to yourself, or there's nothing going on about that. Normal life. In those meetings, maybe there can be saying something about that, but in normal life, there's never thinking about that.
Just what happens.
Yeah, just goes along. And the strange thing is there's nothing going on, nothing happening about of arising like something like there's something wrong, or in that sense, things like that. That's in the beginning when this was happening, and that wasn't so obvious. I didn't notice, you could say that. But in the end, it's like, oh, that's amazing. But it goes by itself. But it's just such huge difference. And that's
nothing's
if you
wrong.
Talk about difference, because that can be so. It's so deeply embodied. There's something wrong, and that's not wrong. It's just what's embodied. There's something. It's so convinced, and then you think, oh, I still think there's something wrong. So there's something wrong. So this can be so strong. It's so normal in the world. Look around. It's always about there's something wrong or right. It's just what's happening.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Johannes.
Thanks for the meeting. This morning, a scary thought comes up, because when you say anything could happen, or anything could happening, there's nobody in control. So in this apparent world, more or less, does body have to take consequences about things who does happen through the body? When I'm do something wrong, more or less, I have to pay the consequences. And when there's this message that there is nobody in control, what comes out of this body mind, it's really scary, more or less, because anything could happen. Anything, this body have a tendency or do just some moment something wrong, more or less, or have a wrong tendency, follow a wrong tendency, and have to bear some consequences with that. So yeah, I build the Amsterdam because I'm not careful enough or whatever. And there seems to be a cause and effect.
Yeah.
And that there is no body in control. What happened through this apparent body, more or less, is really scary somehow, in a certain way. Could you say something about that?
Yeah, when it's about the body, it's most then this message can be very scary and threatening, because then it always feels like, or most of the time, it feels like I'm in control. I can do the right thing, not drinking alcohol or taking bad stuff or a bad thing or anything like that, or watch out when I'm crossing the street or things like that. And the strange thing is, it's just what is happening. And on top of what's going on, like you're standing on the street and then you think, oh, when I'm not looking left and right, I'm going to die. That's simply said. But that looking is just happening or not. And it's like, on top of it, there's me saying, I'm doing that. I'm in control. I will do that or not do that. And that's so convincing. We're raised in that sense of that everything what is happening by you or because of you or because of somebody else or things like that. It's always because something. It has always a relationship because we see that you are there and there's events or other person and everything is real. And it's not only about a parent, it's also about there's no free will. There's no one inside. So that what's happening is just happening. It's already like that. And on top of it, you think, oh, but I did that. And when I did, I'm not there. Maybe I did something else. No, you did. You didn't, because there already was no one doing that. It's just like that. It's just happening already like that. But we think we are in control on top of it. It's a dream, that free will. And it's in the story, you could say that then me says, yeah, I'm really important. I'm the king. I'm taking care of you. And if you don't listen to me, you will die, or things like that.
Yeah.
That's how the search is going on, because it's so convincing. Like if I don't take care or look right or do the right thing, it's just going. It's just going. There is already no one doing that. So you don't know what's going on. That's the threat. You don't know what's going to happen. You think you are in control, that you take care of your body or anything else. You don't know. And that unknowing, that not knowing, that's really can be threatening. It's already like that, but it gives a feeling of safety when you think, oh, that's because of me.
Yeah,
I can do that.
The whole self-help industry, more or less, gives you tools to say, oh, you have to improve and they go in a certain direction and whatever, because you are responsible. We're gonna feel continually about that, more or less. And to come to the message that it's clearly communicated, there's nobody in there who is in control without anything. That's really scary somehow, because when we look at society, everything could happen, and some things are really scary going out there. So, and it could happen to you also. Somebody could use to do some harm to others, whatever. So there is a deep sense when I'm not careful enough, I could harm others, more or less. And there is a kind of responsibility, more or less. And it's trained and it's clearly seen, but somehow it's really scary to say, okay, anything could happen.
Yeah, but it's also a concept when you can say like, oh, there's no one, so anything can happen. That's in a way it's a concept, because then in other way there's something going on like, but it's really important that I don't take that or think, and I'm doing that, I'm taking care, something like that. It's the dream of me, but it can be, it's not only convincing, it's just so embodied. It's more than only in the mind. It's just so strong. So this message is also about, it's when no me is energetic. It then thinks there's something falling away. Can be some beliefs falling away or something. It's about loss. This is about loss. It's not that you do that or you think, oh, I won't believe that anymore, won't do that. It's about loss. That it's lost, that belief or that concept. There's some control, things like that. And then suddenly it's like, oh, and that's more like it, how it can go. And then it's suddenly clear like, oh, but there never was control. No, but you can't say that to yourself when it's somewhere, it's still something going on, like, yeah, but it's important that I'm taking care of my body or things like that. And that's just a concept. It's just nothing. It's a way of hearing a message, but not really, not energetically, you could say. So then it's just nothing.
And it's heard when it's heard of.
Yeah.
There's nobody there who could do anything that it's heard. So.
Yeah, but when there's something which is important for you or somebody else, like the body, the health of the body, or there's the love of a person or things like that, then suddenly all those concepts about no, there is no one, and then suddenly it's just gets and there's someone taking care or thinking and believing again. And that when that's going on, it goes on till it stops. It's energetic. So there's no need to do something about this, that you think, oh, maybe I should maybe not believe it anymore so much or do something. No, the way it's going, when there's a belief that there's taking care, then that's what's happening. That's it.
So that what we call the history of mankind never happened, right?
No, there's no history. No.
Nothing ever happened.
No.
Nothing ever consequence.
No. Yeah. But that dream in the story, it's like continuation and being someone. That's really important, of course.
Yeah.
And understanding and knowing is also one of the things that control works with. Like understanding. And this is not understanding. This is more like when there's something gone in or something hears it, it's about loss. And it's not always nice, but it's suddenly like, oh, what's going on? Yeah, can be heard. And sometimes it's just for a moment and then it's gone. It's different.
There's not really a loss because there was never anything happened, right? I mean,
yeah, that's just, yeah. In the story, it feels like loss.
Yeah, it feels like
and then
loss,
in the same time, there isn't loss, of course, because it wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the strange thing in this message. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you,
Where
Rose.
it is always talking also in the story, like trying to explaining things or so. And then in the same time, nothing is happening. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
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 Thank you, Rose.
Yeah, thanks.
Morning, Rose.
Hi, Joey.
How are you?
I'm good. We're looking for. It's very cold, but I like that.
I usually do too. It's been a warm winter here so far.
Oh,
Like almost
okay.
like shorts and t-shirt kind of weather.
Oh, wow. Oh, great.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
They call it La Nina, I think.
Ah, yeah, La Nina. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it means on the northeast here, it's very warm. Just wanted to say something about the previous conversation around that topic, but the body takes care. I mean, there already is no one, so the body takes care of itself.
I wouldn't say that. It's just what's happening. So I don't know. There is not a real body. It's just how energy goes, how life is going.
Well, that's what seems. I know, and that's what. Not in a way. There's no agenda behind the body taking care of itself.
No, okay.
But it, seems to eat food and might take vitamins, might not, or if it has a headache, maybe it takes an aspirin.
Yeah. Anything can happen, and you think you take care, and maybe something else is happening. I think, oh, what's there? You don't know.
What do you mean?
Now you think you take care of your body because of maybe eating healthy food or things like that, and there can be anything. There can be sickness, or I don't know. So it's how that body, how that energy is going. You don't know. You can't take care. You can have a feeling of taking care, but yeah, that's it.
I
There's
understand,
nothing to do with the body. Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, and while there is an appearance of a me or a sense of a me there, it may think, oh, if I get a healthy body, then that'll bring me to fulfillment at some point, or something along those lines. There's an agenda. There's an agenda behind it, trying to get somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But there already is no me, so maybe the agenda drops, but the things that the body did probably is going to continue necessarily, or not. It may just starve to death. Who knows?
Yeah. Or eating healthy or not. You don't know. Yeah. But it's already paradise. So nothing needs anything. So that what is happening is paradise, is freedom. And it's in all kind of ways. Can it be like pain or relaxation or the floor? Yeah. Yeah.
Pain or relaxation or the floor. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, there are certain cherished ideas, that me has that it doesn't want to give up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But it's not that it has to give it up in order for anything to happen. It's just if it's seen that all there is what's happening, it's just it might or mightn't be given up.
But it doesn't matter. If it's not giving up, it seems like I'm not giving up or things like that, then maybe that thought is there, and then there's walking. It's already it. So nothing needs to give up.
Yeah.
That's also the search in the dream.
That's what I mean. Like, I think if I give up this, or if I let go of my anger or sadness, you know, well, there's me always has some sort of thing.
Sure. Yeah,
he has
always something.
Processing. He always wants to process something in a way.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because processing has to do with time and continuation, getting from one point to another, A to B.
Yeah. And there's a problem. Hooray!
Yeah, I know. And this is very serious right now.
Yeah.
Very serious. I really have to take care of this. I have to be here.
Yeah, sure. All those other things, I understand, but this, it's always like that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm definitely processing something.
Okay. Hard luck.
Something's going on here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Can be really thinking that. Yeah, sure. When there's thinking that belief or that think, those thoughts is it. It's already that. It doesn't matter what is thought. Doesn't matter. There's just a thought, and they're sitting or drinking coffee and a feeling and looking at the wall. It's always one thing. It's always one. It's the wall. It's so, and we think when there's separation, we think there's two things. I'm looking at the wall. There's me and the wall, or there's me and the problem or the process. There's only one. Thoughts, any thought. Sitting.
There's no consciousness.
When there's no me, there's no consciousness. No. That's part of that me, that looking at yourself or watching.
Okay, I'm gonna process that, what you were saying.
Yeah, that can processed.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Rose,
Hi.
just in a moment, there was the thought, when you say anything could happen. So does this what you say is happening or anything could happen, it's just an appearance, not real, right?
Yeah, it's all, yeah, it's an appearance. Yeah, sure.
So does that means that it appears to happen, but it's not happening at the same time, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So whatever is seemingly appearing or happening is at the same time nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So therefore, it have no consequence of whatever appears.
Yeah.
Have no consequence. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like to clarify that. Yeah. Because happening sounds like there's something real appearing.
Yeah.
But not.
Yeah.
Not,
I'm not saying all the time it's an appearance,
yeah,
but
yeah.
It's like that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So the apparent human being, when it hears something happening, it seems to be real.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's how the most of the time this message is heard, like something really going on. Yeah, sure. Because that's so weird. We're so not used to that. That's just everything is real. So suddenly somebody is saying it's not real. You can't. I didn't hear that when that was with Tony Parsons. I think for many years I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah,
I just didn't hear that. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
No, not really, but
nothing matters. That's huge. That's whoa. You can understand it or not, or hear it or not. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like a kind of shadow play, more or less. A shadow have no consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the shadow never done anything.
Yeah, it just seems to happen, and we are so attaching a lot of meaning and importance to it.
It's like a movie, more or less. There's a lot of things happen on the screen in a movie, more or less.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, nothing happens, more or less. So
yeah.
it has absolutely
it's the same thing. Yeah. And we are still busy trying to solve things. Sometimes when I'm looking at a movie and I'm going to bed and I'm waking up in the night and suddenly the brain is just a lot of thoughts coming about that movie and how that happened. And I'm suddenly like, what's going on here? And then it starts, after a while it stops. But it's crazy. But it's so normal in normal life then going on. When something did happen, it seems like you have to watch to it and take it home and do something with that and process and think about. And yeah, it's already gone. It never happened also. So that's even more weird.
So also all the tensions who happen in the body, all the thoughts happen in the body are also nothing appearing as something, but it's not real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
whoa. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels so real.
Yeah, sure.
It's just an appearance, more or less.
Yeah, it seems real, but what is the word real? When you touch, it seems like, yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
What is felt, it's some sensation somewhere. You don't even know where, because you're looking, maybe you think, oh, it's in the hands. But when it's not seeing the hands and just a feeling, and then there's a sensation somewhere in space, that's everything. But because of we're looking at it, we think this is the border and this is my hand and this, naming everything. Yeah. And even that feeling, that sensation, it's an appearance. It's not real in the same time. God, yeah.
Unbelievable, yeah. Because we have the story more or less, and everything what we could feel is real.
Yeah, Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Whoa. Yeah.
Me lives in the world of should.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a split because let's say something is not happening,
Uh-huh.
right? You know, like I should be studying for my exams, or I should
So.
be getting ready for this. And all you're doing is sitting on the couch and eating chips.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So that's the split.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then shame comes in because I don't appear to be doing what I should be doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch watching reality TV, eating chips,
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I should be getting ready for work or doing. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. That's all the time. There's somebody looking at you and like, oh, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's God in a way.
Yeah.
Judging you.
I think so. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it can be like that. Sure.
God or parents or society.
Yeah. 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 And there's just watching television. So what?
I know.
Why not? Well, it's so strong. It's so strong. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or listening to Rose.
Yeah. God, I should listen to Rose. Oh, that's also an awful message. And sometimes you think I should do that because that will give me something. And then there's so many. I have to listen to this message. Yeah, that's also a very strong one. Yeah.
I shouldn't miss a meeting because maybe I'll get something this time, even though I haven't got anything for the past decade.
And still it's there. It's amazing. It's still can be so strong. I know. Yeah, sure.
Overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's not in the head, but it's somewhere. It's some subtle thing. Yeah.
Like a pressure in the body.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Mm. Mm. And there's just a pressure, and then there's immediately like, I didn't do that. There's something that relation is so quickly made, and there's just pressure or tension, or you don't even know what it is. Maybe doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't know what it is because it, you know, it's lived with. It's like wearing a tight shoe all the time. You don't even know that the shoe is tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kills people.
Yeah, can be. It's such a stress to do the right thing and hope that it will. Hope is also very strong. I saw somewhere there were people talking about hope. That's life-giving. I think, oh no, oh my God, hope is awful. It's always not right yet.
Well, it's life-giving for me because it allows it to continue.
Yeah, sure.
And then what happens then is that's when all the help comes in. Like, well, you know, you should accept or allow or, you know.
Yeah.
And then you're just in a loop, but in a different one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's an onion with infinite layers.
Yeah, it's never ending. Because me is helping itself to survive. It's amazing message. That people like helping, like it's there's something saying like, I'm not right, I will help you to make it right. It's the same story. Yeah. But it's so convincing, and you want to hear it. Because then there's some hope that it will feel more comfortable or free or happy. Yeah. It's already this. It's already, this is the paradise. This is paradise. Paradise doesn't mean all the time. It's everything. God, it would be boring. There comes Rose. All the time. No, of course not. It's everything. No meaning. It's just what's happening. With no meaning, no agenda, just everything. That's it.
That's why it is, communication is like a sword in the sense that it, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the verticality goes on and
yeah.
but not in a way that I mean, it cuts the life story. I mean, it might even destroy the life story completely.
Yeah, can be like that. Yeah.
And not even for the reason to free up anyone, because there's no one to free up.
No, and it's not happening anyway. There's no freeing or there's no help. There's just that life happening already. So what help can it be?
Thank you.
Heb jij die chat al gezien?
Ja.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Hi. So I've been listening to this message for quite a while, and it seems to have a big contradiction to something like that happened this morning. I went to visit my friend, and he's recently had a stroke. and he was, before he liked talking and very sociable and intellectual and talking about all sorts of things. And now it's very difficult just to say one sentence and to walk and all sorts of things. And so as his friend, I felt, and I see that he's been giving exercises to recuperate, that sort of thing. And it seems to me that he wasn't putting a lot of, sometimes he feels despair or he feels frustrated with himself and irritated with himself and can't say things properly. And so I was encouraging him to, to do his exercises, that it would, and I suppose I want to get my friend back. And I want to have the conversations that we used to have and that sort of thing. So I'm talking the language of effort and trying to encourage him to make the effort to. So it's kind of odd that I'm listening to this message.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying about I'm trying to encourage him to make more effort to.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
It is not that you can't say, oh, don't do any effort. That's not the message. It's what's happening. So when there's seeing your friend and talking, that's just what comes out. Then that's what comes out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. Can be anything.
Yeah. So if I'm encouraging him to make more effort, put more time into it, that's it's neither here nor there. It's just what's happening.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's everything. It's not that it's not only right when you say no, don't put any effort. That's an agenda.
No, I wouldn't say don't put any. I wouldn't say don't put any effort. But I could see the possibility of just saying nothing about it at all, not encouraging him. And
but it's not that we think we know. It's not that we know. It's just life happening, and then that's saying that's life. Life knows. You could say.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Yeah.
So even my wanting to get how things used to be, that's.
But that's an interpretation. It's what comes next to it, and thinking that it's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just that what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, he's happy for me to do that, to show that I'm concerned for him, and but it's sad. It seems it's upset.
Sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Me thinks that it can reach something.
Yeah.
Like if I do all my best, I do effort. Then I will get somewhere, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's the dream. Yeah.
And maybe that's also what it doesn't want to see, that like nothing it does, it's leading anywhere.
Yeah, but this is also, of course, that when me does wrong, or you didn't do the right thing, or you didn't do enough, or things like that. That's the other side of it.
Same, yeah. No.
you want rid of that, but not rid of that also, that doing good. Yeah. It's such strong feeling. Yeah. There's no identity. There's no individual. The identity, that's a dream. Thinking about what you did or what you should do. Just that, sitting like that. That's everything. That's already everything. Just that. And then closing your eyes, and then open it. And it's just happening by itself. That's life, complete already. Thoughts coming, I should do more my best. That's just a thought coming and it goes. Or not.
Not even this meeting is real or any like.
No, it's just words. Looking at the computer. That's it. Nothing more. And it's a strange thing that it's also talking in the story, and then there's something going on in that sense that it's not in the words. Maybe there can be some unraveling or some beliefs, but underneath the words, when they're talking together with people like about this message, and there's no one, there's some destroyer underneath. And that can be something going on or some recognition, and it's not known. Maybe it's even not noticed. Doesn't matter. I was very tired after those meetings a lot of times.
Yeah.
It can be like that. Yeah.
And is there passion for these meetings?
Is there
a passion for these meetings? Like,
yeah, there is. Yeah, but it's when the meeting starts, it's there, not before that.
Not
no,
before.
It's not. Sometimes, no, sometimes, no, not always.
But there's no thinking like I should continue or not, or with these meetings, or
no,
just spontaneously.
No. Yeah, the planning can happen, and then most of the time there's nothing going on about those meetings, and then suddenly, there's tomorrow there's the meeting, and then some things are going to do and then it's gone again. Yeah,
That's what I also noticed here, is that it seems like the events, like there's no like story that puts all the events on a line or together. It's just there's something happening, and then and then there's another thing happening, but there's no
and there's also no importance. There's nothing going on about how to do it, or I don't know. Just coming, things are coming, words are coming.
You like the word natural?
I'm not using it that very much, I think. No, because that can be so confusing also. Because natural is a lot of times used in that personal growth, like it's natural.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that already has a value in it, in a sense.
Yeah.
Should be natural and not unnatural.
Yeah. This is not natural. This is more when you are yourself. That's more be yourself. It's more natural. Like there's always something else. Everything is natural in that sense. Yeah. but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. That's a joy. Nothing means anything. Nothing needs anything. It's just no meaning of what's ever happening. It's just sitting in a meeting, talking, seeing the screen. Nothing going on about what has to be like that, or it has to be like this or not. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's free, that there's no expectation.
Yeah, but it's, yeah, by itself. It's already everything. That's so, how could you say it? That's it. That's it. Not about expectations. I'm not so busy with that, but it's like, it's already what is going on. What is the moving? But you can't convince anybody of it. That's, yeah. And still there can be a passion. That's crazy also. But it doesn't, I don't know where it's coming or where it's going to. I don't know what's happening with you or other person. I really don't know.
Yeah. So no agenda for the
no.
Not even a recognition of.
No, but that doesn't, no, because it doesn't matter what is going on. It doesn't matter. That's what the moving, that's it. Or there were a lot of thoughts. We are always into this is better than that. And it's amazing. There's no better or worse. That's huge. There's just what is happening. And everything what's happening, if it's if it's talking about Dario, it's just the way you move, or you're looking, the thoughts, the seeing at the wall. It's just that. It's already complete in that sense. Can't be wrong. Nothing is wrong. It doesn't matter what happens. That's it. It doesn't mean that it feels good or whatever. It's just, maybe there's a feeling like, that's what's happening. Then that's what's happening. And then it goes, and then something else. Life is not about anything. It's just life. Just sitting, watching, eating chips, walking.
It's a miracle that it feels like this, like sitting on the chair.
Yeah, we're sitting. It's amazing. We're sitting watching at the screen, and there seems to be talking. That's it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. We're gonna have a break. It's now. I think now in Holland it's like 3. How do you say 22:04? I think it will be 20. We do 20 minutes, so I will start at nearly 4. So 20 minutes from here we do a break, and then I just let the screen open. So I just stop the recording, and then after that we start again. Till later.